An explosive interview on Capitol Hill as the public impeachment inquiry continues. 3 more witnesses testified, but the most notable one was from U.S. Ambassador Gordon Sondland, who under oath said a quid pro quo came at the express direction of the president.
Was there a quid pro quo? As I testified previously, with regard to the requested White House call and the White House meeting, the answer is yes.
Sondland went on to state that, quote, everyone was in the loop about what was going on with the Ukraine foreign policy implicating top Trump officials. Good evening and thanks for watching Wgxa News at 10. I'm Aaron Leedy. Boy, a lot of details coming out of today's impeachment hearing to get to tonight. We have team coverage from James Rosen in Washington, D.C., all the way down to here in Middle Georgia. We start with Wgxa's Jayla Whitfield, who's been working for you, gathering reaction from the public hearings. Jayla, people really had a lot to say about these hearings.
Yeah, Aaron, it was an intense day on Capitol Hill as the impeachment inquiries continue. Now, today I took to the streets of Middle Georgia to find out what you at home think about it. Here's what our community members had to say.
I don't think he's done anything to get impeached first.
He need to be out of that office.
Last time a president was impeached was Bill Clinton in 1998. 20 years later, and another president is facing possible impeachment. It began on September 24th when the U.S. House of Representatives announced the impeachment inquiry.
I don't agree with him. I think they ought to leave the man alone, let him keep on doing his job.
Any way necessary within the law that Trump got to go.
Testimony from multiple officials have been heard thus far. Some residents say we shouldn't spend time or resources on the impeachment process.
I think we're wasting money trying to get this done.
Have you been watching the impeachment hearings?
I've watched some of them. I ain't got no interest in it. They just need to leave the man alone, let him keep doing his job.
The inquiries have lasted for months now, and some residents say respect of the people is the issue.
Respect the people. Why can't he respect the people?
During Bill Clinton's impeachment, he was charged with perjury and obstruction.
Clinton didn't just say any and everything. He measured the words that came out of his mouth. Trump don't care.
Americans around the world are watching and awaiting the final verdict.
All depends on whether the good gonna take over the bad.
Now, coming up later in the show, our James Rosen will actually break down today's impeachment inquiry and also tell you what it could mean for the upcoming 2020 election. But for now, in the control room, Jayla Whitfield.
And taking a look outside of Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, where the Democratic debate started just an hour ago. 10 candidates on the stage right now inside that venue. Tonight's debate opened with a question on impeachment. And since the last debate, 3 candidates have suspended their campaigns. Former Texas Representative Beto O'Rourke, Ohio Representative Tim Ryan, and Miramar, Florida Mayor Wayne Messam.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Cox in the Skywatch Weather Center. We've made it through our Wednesday, and boy, as we finish out the day, we've got some chilly temperatures out there. Leave it to Dublin, already in the upper 30s. I'll take you there in a moment. Elsewhere, we've got the 40s across the region. 42 in Gray, 43 for Milledgeville and Macon, 44 in Warner Robins, 42 in Perry. So no doubt you already need the jacket tonight, and I think you'll certainly need it tomorrow morning as we wake up to right around 40 degrees. Here's what it looks like in Dublin with that 39 on the map. It's pretty quiet. Weather-wise, it is a beautiful evening across the region, but a clear sky and a calm wind. And boy, that temperature in Lawrence County has dropped rapidly this evening, although I don't expect too much cooling left over tonight. Let's look ahead to your Thursday school day forecast. We'll start out right around 40 at the bus stop. Notice a few clouds that'll sneak in during the overnight hours. Mid-60s by lunchtime with a mostly sunny sky. And then into the upper 60s for the ride home with a partly cloudy sky. So yes, tomorrow featuring a mix of sun and clouds. Not as, quote, nice as we had today, but in the end, tomorrow is really not going to be a bad day at all. All right, coming up in just a few minutes, we look ahead to the weekend. Part of your weekend features rain. I'll time it out for you. Plus, your Thanksgiving outlook. We'll look at both the day before, Thanksgiving Day, and Black Friday, and we'll have your tropical update. Remember, we've got Sebastian spinning in the Atlantic, where that storm is headed, plus your 10-day forecast. It's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Jeff, we'll see you soon. Happening now, a Wilcox County deputy is under arrest facing multiple drug charges. Officials say James Carlisle's arrest comes after a narcotics investigation by the Wilcox County Sheriff's Office. Their drug investigator found out about Carlisle's alleged involvement while investigating a different narcotics case. He wasn't on duty at the time of his arrest. The search continues tonight for one of the men who allegedly forced 2 schools into a lockdown in Butts County. The incident started as a traffic stop before 2 men ran from deputies. And Butts County school officials say Henderson Middle School and Jackson High School were placed into a code yellow lockdown this evening. They say there was no immediate threat to anyone at the school. That lockdown was just a safety precaution. 1 person was caught, the other still on the run tonight. New tonight, Bibb County Sheriff's deputies are looking for 2 suspects who are on the run after allegedly carjacking someone in a parking lot. This happened outside the Dollar Tree on Eisenhower Parkway. Deputies say the victim couldn't get a thorough description of the suspects. Anyone with information can call the Bibb County Sheriff's Office or, of course, Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. New at 10, first responders coming together at the Guardian Centers in Perry, practicing their response to a wide range of disaster scenarios. WGXA's Nick Gibson was there tonight. Nick, a lot of people from a lot of different agencies coming together here.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron. This event is in day 2 of 3, where police, fire, and military members can train for real-life scenarios. I was able to go to the gas pipeline leak explosion, where some of the top emergency responders were on hand to practice this scenario. I spoke with one representative from Verizon, and he tells me the technology helps prevent gas pipeline explosions.
The biggest thing is preventing, right? It's a matter of adding sensors and technology to understand a potentially dangerous situation. 1, to make sure that you prevent it altogether, and then 2, at least give you enough forewarning if something is going to happen to clear the area. What we saw here tonight was sensors downrange that were deployed that understood that something was wrong. And then we saw an evacuation. So we actually moved about 450 different customers that were here on site at the Guardian Centers in Perry, Georgia, away from the potential disaster.
Now, Nylan also tells me that they are getting great responses back from first responders. They say it is important to test this before it happens so that they can be trained and ready for it. From the studio, I'm Nick Gibson.
Staying positive in the midst of a struggle, in a story you will only see here, sharing one veteran's story about his daily life being homeless.